if you're in the process of starting a new business, you're in the ideation phase where you're thinking, okay, I'm not happy doing what I'm doing. Maybe you're working a job. You don't want to keep working for somebody else. You want to start working on your own dreams, building your own dreams. There are a couple of things that you should take into consideration, or things that will help you on that journey that you can decide on right now. And one of those is choosing a business where in the process of building the business, you have to learn the skills that you already want to learn. So you could pick something where you know everything already. Maybe that's a good place to start. But at some point, the likelihood of you needing to learn something in order to increase the business, improve the business, create outsized results that you haven't gotten up till now, you're going to have to learn something, right? If you give some consideration to the business that you're starting or want to start, and think about, well, what are the skills that I'm going to need to learn in order to make this a success, right? Make sure that at least some of those skills are in line with what you already want to become, right? In line with, let's say, I'll use myself as an example. I'm creating this online coaching community business, helping men around the world to get better results in their lives. And well, some of the skills that I need for that is, for example, I want to travel around the world speaking on stage. And so learning to speak publicly, to communicate my ideas, my thoughts effectively, create great content like this, is a necessary part. And that's a skill that I want to learn, right? I want to be able to be as effective as possible in my life, and learning to communicate and to empathize and to connect with you and other people is such a valuable skill. It's such a skill that you can use to, in every aspect of your life, not only for business, but in your relationships. And those are the sorts of skills that I think, well, it's like two birds with one stone, right? You learn the skill so that you can do better in your business, but then you can use the skill in your relationships, or you can, learn the skill of consistency, for example, and it is a skill to do better in your business, but then you can be more consistent in your personal life, in your relationship. You can be more consistent when it comes to working out. All these sorts of things, right? Now, that's a pretty simple example, but there's lots of different skills that you may or may not have to learn for your business. Well, just make sure that they're cool skills, basically. That's what I'm saying. Make sure that they're things where you're like, because this is going to motivate you to learn them. If it's more than a necessity, right? If it's something that you just have to do in order to, get to that next financial milestone, you'll be motivated, but you're not going to be optimally motivated. But if it's something that you see the utility of throughout your life, and you're excited to learn the skill because you just think, oh yeah, well, I'm going to be so much more effective and impactful in my life if I learn this skill, then you're going to be way more motivated to learn the skill. You're going to learn it better, you're going to learn it faster, you're going to be way more effective with it. So just a little hint, a little tip. If you're thinking about starting a business and you don't have an idea yet, then give some consideration to the kinds of skills, the kind of person, right? This is about who you become. See business building as part of who you're becoming, the kind of person you want to be. Are you the kind of person who wants to build something meaningful, that helps a lot of people, that generates a lot of income, that creates the life that you want, freedom, flexibility, all of those things? Then make sure that the business is in line with those things. And you'll just find it so much easier to build a business, especially in the early days when you don't otherwise have the positive results yet that kind of, keep you ticking over. When you're starting out, you're going to be doing everything and not seeing any positive results, most likely, at the beginning. And so you're going to have to be internally motivated, and instead of externally motivated as in, getting accolades and earning a lot of money. And part of that process of being internally motivated is desiring the person that you're becoming, is choosing something that is in line with who you are, who you're becoming. Try it out. And if you want more help like this, I have a community for men who are building businesses, who are developing themselves, they're learning these sorts of skills to make it as easy and enjoyable as a process as possible as they go about building these businesses. So if you're interested in joining that community, check out the link in the bio, in the description of this video, and I'll see you there. It's 100% free, so check it out. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.